Okay folks, this will be a real challenging one. I've done heaps of these before and they're often really hard to get right, but they do come up a treat when you do sometimes, so it's worth it. Just an extra thing for me to demo with because I'm running out of items. It's really hard. I'm not running out now, but I do run out quite a lot now that I can't go to an op shop and buy heaps of clothing items and bric-a-brac, which is what I typically do for these demos. I need materials, and now that the COVID-19 lockdown is in progress here in the Greater Sydney area, the op shops are closed and I suddenly haven't got a regular place to source much of my materials, so I have to hopefully find more stuff by the side of the road, which I have. So it's taught me to become resourceful. But we're using, this is what we're photocopying. We're photocopying this Rockstar energy drink can, so I'm just trying to gently roll it to show you what it looks like. And this is the back panel, and there's Rockstar again. So we're just going to roll it and try and make it rock and roll. Yeah, rock and roll, folks. I think A5 is a little bit too small. I'm going to try it anyway. The thing I hate about roly-polies is, yes, they're very difficult. They're not easy to control. And I could spend forever trying to get it right. Yeah, that looks interesting, but we don't have the word Rockstar. But we do have this nice pattern here, which I was looking at enhancing. Maybe. I'm going to try it again, folks. I do hate these tins. They are difficult to do. Maybe we could try that again. That didn't work, I'm sure, but I could be wrong. And we got the word Rockstar Exturance Energy, but we don't have all the other nice things. Wondering if we're going to use that. I'm going to stretch it, maybe make it vertically stretched. I know I wanted all this. I wanted all that special stuff. We're going to try again. We're not going to settle, as I'm trying to do. Sometimes you just don't get what you want totally. You just get sections of what you want. Yeah, rock and roll, folks. It worked. It's wobbly, but it looks good. And we got all this lovely shit. So we're going to make this into somehow into some kind of mirror image. Going to move it around, I do think. So we're just going to switch over to. So we've worked. It's worked. Okay, it's wobbly, but hey, wobbly looks good. It does its job. It's made it. We've rock and rolled this thing so far. One of the good things I can do during the lockdown is indeed use these materials that I get from supermarkets, because after all, supermarkets are an essential place to go. Otherwise we could starve during this lockdown, and that wouldn't be good. And that'll defeat the purpose of trying to save lives from COVID. You know, if people starve, well, what can I say? That wouldn't be good. That looks really quite interesting. I think maybe enlarging it a bit on the vertical, and maybe this is looking good. Looks better than I was hoping. So we're just going to make the horizontal maybe a little bit bigger, and the vertical is going to be where the action is. So I'm going to make the vertical 150. So that's our rock star, rock and rolled really well. So this is our piece I'm going to use, and we're going to just flick it over. But I really am missing a loved one, and I know that even if I can contact him through the power of social media, there's not going to be any way I can go and see him without breaking the law, and I don't want to break the law, folks. And I really miss him, and I really wish people would just bite the bullet and get the AstraZeneca jab, because AstraZeneca is the most widely available vaccine that we have so far, and we need more people to get vaccinated in order for this lockdown for the caseload to lessen and the lockdown to therefore be finished. So the only way to finish this lockdown is to get about maybe 80% of the populace fully vaccinated, and that's easier said than done. But I'm hoping that the TV channels and the radio stations will be enough to convince people, because people listen to the news for guidance, and if people listen to the news, well, they should know that in this case the news is trying to convince us, get vaccinated, folks, get vaccinated. Don't worry if it's AstraZeneca. Yes, we know that there's been deaths, the rare death of I'm just wondering if maybe we could enlarge that a bit further. So there's been the rare deaths, right? Rare occurrence of people dying from AZ. But basically, you're more likely to die from jumping in your car and having a car accident. You're more likely to die of COVID, because COVID will just spread like fuck. It'll rip through everything. So you got to fucking think, folks. What's you got to weigh up the odds, you know. We need to get out of this lockdown. Business is failing, you know. We can't live without money. We can't live on fresh air, or should I say expired air, when you consider you're at home a lot more often. And children mustn't have to go to school at home all the time. So you got to think, folks, what's important, you know. You want to go to your parties, you want to go watch the footy at the stadium, you want to dine out, you want to go to work and earn money and pay for your mortgage. You know, you want to pay your mortgage, folks, and your bills. You can't pay them by being in this lockdown. So we need to fucking just bite the bullet. You're more likely to die of poverty, you know. You're more likely to die of just not having enough money. So fucking just get in there and get vaccinated with AZ. AZ is the most easiest vaccine to get. We've got heaps of them, folks. We're wasting them. We don't want to waste these pieces, you know. Money's been spent on providing them. We need to fucking use them efficiently. I know Pfizer is the desired one, but we don't have enough Pfizer, folks. Accept it. I got the jab. I know I took Pfizer, but I did mine a couple of months ago when you weren't able to have Pfizer as a under 50. But if I had time over again, if it was now and I wasn't vaccinated, fuck it, folks. I would get AstraZeneca. I would have. If I didn't get vaccinated by then, I would have done it, to be honest, folks. Just follow the directive, you know. Listen to them. Listen to the authorities. Listen to the TV channels and the radio for a change. You know, listen to them, folks, in this case. They don't always, it's not always clear what they say, or sometimes they blow things out of proportion. Sometimes it's sensationalism. But in this case, when they tell you to take the AstraZeneca, fucking take the AstraZeneca. Listen to them for this. You listen to them other times. Now listen to them for now, because we need more people to get vaccinated, folks. We need more people, you know. Let's see how we go with this. That looks really quite interesting. I think now we can call this demo quits.